Alright, guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Catalyst, your favorite. So, if you are new on this channel, kindly like, share, comment, and hit the notification bell for the next content review. So, on this particular design, I'll be sharing with you guys the thought processes, design, the breakdowns, the elements, and where they came out from. Alright, so without wasting so much of our time, let's jump into it. So guys, here is the step-by-step process I took on this particular project design to come out with a very excellent design. So first thing, let's hide all layers. Let's hide all the layers. Now, if looking at this design, I already told us that it's a continuous project, like a project that is a very long term. Alright, and if we check the last design review that we did, we are going to see that there are few patterns that were accurately communicate in the same direction but in different concepts. If you check, you are going to see that the last design review that we did on the same PowerBank project was a phone kind of registration. Now this time around is a PC kind of registration. So now here is my main background. Now the first thing I did is to find a blue kind of cloud image. All right, a blue kind of cloud image, and I got this particular image from FreePic. And the next thing I did was to add another image just to complement the initial background that I used. So I'm going to be opening the image one after the other, so you can be seeing how the image looks like on their own. All right, I got this particular image from FreePic also. Okay, now why this image was like this on this design was because I added a third-party effect which was blur. My angle is at 60 and my distance is at 504 pixel, and then the next thing I have to do is to overlay it, my blending mode, and I have to overlay it. Then the next thing I did was to add a cloud kind of image just to complement the same thing that I are trying to bring out on this particular design. And you can get your cloud from FreePic or Pinterest or any free PNG site that you know, but I actually got this one from FreePic. So I actually got this particular one from FreePic. So, and the next thing I had to do was to duplicate it just side by side, one at the right and the other one at the left. And the next thing I had to import was, okay, this is an image showing Lagos Bridge. All right, I think I got this particular image from Pinterest. Yeah, Pinterest rather. So, and then I had to upscale it to give a better resolution. Then now, if you check this particular image, I added two third-party effects. One was a motion blur, then the second one was to add a camera raw filter. All right, now and if you check, I have to blend it just to feel in the same environment. All right, so it can fit into the environment. And then the next thing I did is to duplicate it, and I blended it too. It was blended too. All right, that's the divide. It was actually blended too. Then the next thing I had was a brush, a brush fill. Just I took a, a particular color from my BG, right, and I blended it. I mean, from the particular surface rather, and then it was actually blended. And then the next thing I had to do is just to duplicate it. And as you can see now, you have layer 1 copy, layer 2 copy. It was, I think it was okay for this layer 34 that you are seeing. I took a deep color from this kind of blue. And was it blended? No. See now, my blending mode is still in normal. Then the next thing I did was to add a cloud kind of image too, and just to blend it. And I got this particular image too from FreePic. All right, just now, if you check everything that you have been doing, is just getting a particular image, blend it, add a little third party effect depending on what you want to communicate. And if you check the recent designs that we did, you are going to discover that we are our pattern is consistent in layout, in colors, in some of the images. All right. And then the next thing I added was, okay, let me show you this image. This is a lens flare from Pinterest, but you will not see the effect now. Why? Because I've changed the color. All right, so here it is the main color. Can you see now? Can you see? So if I hide this particular, can you see what we have now? So that was how I came about that one. Then I think the next thing I had to add was just my brush. Yeah, I added my brush, and then I added now this particular image too. I got it from Pinterest. Yeah, Pinterest also. Pinterest, and then how to blend it to add light. Add light, as you can see, so it can fill the environment too. It can fit into the environment. And as you can see, here is our mock-up, our mock-up design. I got the mock-up from that's mock-up site, and if you need it the mock-up site, you can drop your comments in the comment section, whereby I reach out to you there. So the main idea is so that people can still register for that particular program. And as you can see, here is my mock-up view. All right, and then the next thing I had to do was to add my Lagos theater image. I added my Lagos theater image. I got this image online. I think, is it ChatGPT? Yes, yeah. Because can you see now? Is a particular ChatGPT image, and I got it from ChatGPT. I just input my prompt to ChatGPT, give me Lagos theater image, and I was given. Then the next thing I did was to add my character. Yeah, I've added my character, and then you could see that I add blur on the image. Now this is how I came about that. I have to duplicate the image. The image was actually duplicated, then one at the top, the other one beneath. Then on my motion blur, I add motion blur around. Let me check the angle. That is the angle is 90, the distance is 64. All right, and then what else do I add? What else do I add? Added my a brush just to pad the down part. All right, it's just to cover this area, this whole area. All right, and I added a color fill. Why I choose, yeah, why I choose this particular color, all right, from my main BG. Okay, and then the next thing I had to do was to add my the title, the theme, the logo, Brad on Fire Power Bank Lagos. Then the next thing I had to add was my scan to register. Then here is the main brief. This is everything that we are doing, that we are trying to communicate to our audience. This is the brief of the design. Now, this particular design now is tending towards one direction, aside every other stuff that you know that okay, this program will happen in Lagos. Now, if you check all the elements, they are all, most of it are they are tending towards Lagos direction. Lagos direction, because it's a southwest meeting, right? A southwest meeting. And then the next thing I had to do was to add a paper, and then put the red link there. Then the next thing I had to do, I had to add my barcode, then an alarm. Just to, now why I added this particular image was just to give people a kind of, okay, this is a notification. This is what a notification, and I got it from FreePic too also. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. If you have any questions, you can drop them at the comment section. So if you are here on this channel, kindly subscribe, like, share and follow for more content. See you in the next design review.